have been pulled to the front. Or like around fortress itself, you imagine. If you do the recon from Silver Squirrel, just look very closely. You see that the ships that you saw yesterday are gone right now. There are some new ones, although in lesser number, like 2 or 3 max. Transport ones. Both Xantis and Mayak can make Psynicians roll. Okay, you both feel that there is a lot of activity in the warp, in a sense that, not chaos activity, but in a sense that the apparently weird boys are sniffling around. They, well, orcs are usually stupid, but not all of them, or some are less stupid, so yeah, the thing is that you know that they are basically sniffling around and looking out for some changes. Just once bitten, twice shy. And their tower is like, from this distance, it just, you can see that faintly from time to time there's like a discharge of eldritch energy.
Well, aren't they getting restless?
The WoW banner that was taken down is still destroyed. They didn't even begin working on repairing it. You maybe see some small brawls going on, but mostly, and maybe some even bodies, but it seems like the thing, like with potential new underboss, like even if you don't know what happened in the last one, has been settled for now. So, what you gonna do? Or perhaps if you just wanna wait until you see the main transport with escort and shit ton of guns appearing.
You lot?
Shit, sorry, I was muted. What was that?
What are we doing now, basically?
Oh, and like informing when the Green Tooth will be arriving. The Makul sent a message that, well, seems like Warbos brought quite a large fleet from Alvitol. We could engage, but that might bring some losses. Rather, losses, he would say in a way that might bring losses that will actually hurt, not the ones that you can afford. Or unaffordable losses.
No. Don't engage the war fleet.
Understood.
We're already going to destabilize them. After we've killed off their war boss and all of their forces are in disarray, then you'll simply be able to tear through it.
You imagine that he would not, but he says, of course, sir. We shall await how the situation unfolds. And then while you proceed, you will see that the transporters with escort will start landing in the courtyard of Wild's Fortress, or like nearby around it. And they will start to gather up. Inside, probably somewhere inside the fortress. What is also surprising, as you observe the situation, even though there are less transports and they focus their security really hard around the fortress right now, you see that there are still some squads or like even entire companies, like another hundreds and thousands of orcs being fitted into transports and being sent out to the orbit, the war fleet apparently. And you know what? If somebody wants, you can give me. This will be very fucking hard. This will be because this might be like fucking eureka moment. Just one moment when you like put yourself in the shoes of main warlord. Minus 50 logic test.
I accept the challenge.
Is it possible for me to pass? It is.
Hey.
Just him or everyone?
Who wants to do?
I'm tempted to faint point.
Oh, wow.
I have to roll a 3 or under.
Nice. This my boy.
This is gonna be
Not
good.
bad.
Well, Zhao got your 3.
Wow.
Me and Zhao both got
Wow,
3.
you both got the 3. Jesus Christ.
So Zhao is exactly 3.2 degrees smarter than Xanthus.
Okay, so you realize you don't have any confirmation, but what if by some fucking crazy idea you know that this Grimtooth guy is strange? Like the knowledge, especially Zhao knew that it is said that he is prone to like shoving away all of his like underlings and sit alone in his throne room on his throne and pondering about who knows what. So maybe if counting this as his another strange especially since orcs, as far as you were aware, you thought that, and knowing from Severan Dominant, orcs focused mainly on, like almost entirely on Kulf, and they stopped attacking other targets in Severan. So now that they focused, it would be strange, but maybe warlords coming here to inform them that they are packing and going somewhere else. Question is to where and why.
Huh. Where is the war boss currently?
At this point, the main warlord, Grimtooth, and his underbosses are gathering in Warlord's fortress.
Okay.
Assemble the cadre and the command squad. We need to talk.
Yes, sir. Of course, I imagine you say that as a kind of. And he goes, assembles entire team. Command squad reporting for duty, sir.
Something has occurred to me, which means undoubtedly that it's also occurred to Zhao. What if the war boss is amassing his forces to...
Oh, I was muted the whole time.
I was wondering why you weren't saying anything.
Yeah.
Like, normally when you start talking, don't make me do my own speeches, man.
Well, wait. I'm sure it's occurred to Joe, and I was just like that he's taking them off world. The orcs. Yes. Does seem to be consistent. On the other hand, whatever he's planning, if we kill him, that'll interrupt it.
True, though I am still curious as to why he was doing it.
He does seem to exhibit a strange level of, well, pre-planning and intelligence for an orc.
Indeed. And those are the worst orcs. I wonder, what's a more valuable target in this region? To an orc, I should mean. What world could possibly be more interesting to them than this one, where all of the conflict is centered?
Do you want me to switch you to periphery on Calix's sector map?
Yes, please.
Well, on periphery, they don't really have that much targets. But Calix's, I can show you Calix's in just a second.
Zhao, is there any world you can think of that the orcs might want in this particular area of space? Might interest them enough to make them pull out? Or
That would determine. Well, that would be determined quite a bit on exactly what their objective was. Normally, orcs simply like to go where the fighting is thickest.
which would be called, right?
Indeed.
Again, this is also a more intelligent orc, so is Kolth the most strategically significant world here?
No.
Which one is? Do you know?
Well, that would be whatever the Imperial staging ground is.
Antalius, can you send a message to the Admiral? I need to know which of our worlds is the Imperial staging ground.
Oh, fuck.
In the periphery?
In the periphery, yes.
I mean...
Though honestly, this is assuming they're even trying to stay in the periphery. They could be going fucking Hazaroth area.
I don't know, Sinofia, Calf... I mean, like... I cannot think of anything right now, so... I was like... We'll ask her, and like minute or two later, like, you get information like what is staging ground for Imperial Ward in periphery. Which might be no way, that's unclassified. Might be Calf. Yeah, it probably is Calf.
What do you think, Xiao? Should we tell them to prepare a slightly larger defense? Not so much that that we're sure that's where the orc is going, but just in case. Not that it matters. We're going to kill him
It
here.
certainly doesn't hurt.
Yeah, precaution is always good.
Well, it certainly doesn't hurt to be put on heightened alert. It is also something worth mentioning. There has been, of late, a certain trend in glyph sequences we see with all camps, especially looking as I see here, there's almost a religious component that's been crept in with the two twin gods, Gork and Mork. This might be prompted by visions, warp influence, perhaps. Simply to state that there's a certain amount of unpredictability in the events. We should really be prepared to face anything.
This is where I'm so glad I took the ability Ghost in the Warp. Huh.
Alright. Oh well.
You can also probably imagine, if that is the case, and his amount, the amount of, well, simply it's just how unique he's been behaving. I imagine seeing a large increase in weird voice would not be unfounded.
Well,
Or unexpected.
it's a very good thing that we're ending this tomorrow.
To clarify, they're having the meeting now, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Today.
Today. Or is it going on now, or is it happening soon?
They are gathering, or they're like gathered in Fortress, so as far as you know, it might be going on. Obviously, it won't be finished in 10 minutes. It's proceeding.
So,
Let me see.
shall we
do this?
get started then? No point in talking about what they're going to be doing. We just want to kill the big guy.
Are we planning on launching the assault now, or do we still have time for a more discreet method?
You don't have much of an idea how much time you have.
He says that in character.
No.
To the cadre. And all those attending.
That is a good question. Do we have time? You said the meeting could be going on, right? Have we seen the war boss land?
Yes.
Okay, good.
That.
Okay, yes, you did. So the meeting is going on.
If like the consensus of Command Squad is they don't know much about Xenos, but if they know one thing about Orc is that they are not tend to be their discussions tend to end quickly.
We should probably get started. Probably. How long do you... What is it you have in mind?
I could put myself at risk once more. I have learned the ways to manipulate the ebb and flow of the energies of the warp in my service. And yeah, in my service. In my time. Yeah. In the years that I have served. I do believe I can slip around the... You felt it yourself, I assume, the weird boy's projection.
Yes, that large green energy in the warp.
I believe I can slip right through.
And do...
We wish to know what is going on. It is still a mystery to each and every one of us here. One cannot simply comprehend the mind of an orc, especially one that is seemingly showing completely erratic behavior.
Completely insane, yes.
Precisely.
Do you want to read his mind?
No, but I can once more spirit myself away. Though this time I will not be reckless. Simply look over what is going on.
Very well. Make it quick.
Out of character, this is the he's talking about the ghost in the warp trait, ascendance trait, where once per session he can use a psychic ability with that can't be detected by, doesn't give off any warp anomalies or anything. It can't be detected by the psychers.
Okay, so you sneaking around won't be detected, but should you try to dominate somebody, it might.
He's not going to dominate. Yeah. I'm simply going there to eavesdrop, essentially,
Just say.
on the meeting.
Okay, go ahead. I imagine you still need to roll for threshold.
Yep. That was projection again. So he makes himself comfortable, sits down against the wall, or the side of a tent, wherever the base of operations is, and does his thing. Projection, there we go. Projection was 23, and that was -7. And corpse convention again. He would notify Xanthus, or beforehand, before he goes unconscious, to say, "Thank you for tending to my physical form the last time. However, let's not let the weird boys pinpoint our exact location. Just
Very
patch me
well.
up with regular means, and then fettered again. Projection."
Very well then.
And he takes 2 wounds again. And just to clarify, he did invocate beforehand. I'll just do the roll regardless. It passed, yeah. There you go. So yeah, he projects himself to this base of operations and observes.
Okay, so going through Fortress, obviously this is a large spirally maze of rooms, corridors filled with gun emplacements, orc patrols or guards, small squids, all of the other shit. Looking, even makeshift, looking pretty damn sturdy. After all, this was supposed to be a home or like a sign of force of an.
Yeah.
And as you find main room, when they gather, you arrive just in time to see as the warlord Grimtooth, as he holds in his bloody hand a head of one of the underbosses and just once again slams him into a ground, leaving a crack and just squashing the entire head. He looks at the other underbosses gathered.
I was going to say, I'm going to assume that isn't the guy that the command squad want dead. The one that he
No.
just crushed the head off.
Red Lega is in Megboy's garage. He's that Megboy is not.
Okay.
And others gathered, which is at least yeah, let's go with 8 remaining.
Okay.
He says, "The call of the gods will not be ignored. You are the orc. We follow Gorg, and they call to us to gather and create the greatest work this galaxy ever seen." And the others are like, maybe not, slightly cowering. Maybe not cowering, but they not directly found. And what was fuck, what am I supposed to say? Fucking, I have fucking blind spotted what they might say. But boss, you're the boss, right? And he's like, shakes his head and goes, I'm your boss. Yeah. And there are other bosses. But the Gorgon Mor are bosses of us. They call to us. I thought Lunk about this. And I know what we need. What is
I love your Og voice. It's great.
and he's like, looks around, looks at the like very makeshift, bleaked maps of this sector, puts his power claw, pulses up, fucking smashes the map and the table beneath it, just closes it in. We won't find glory here, not true. We shall move where greatest battle, greatest war will await. As orcs, with our war, we shall join. But boss, you're the boss. I'm like, yeah. After galaxy will be green. Warlords, war bosses like us will fight. Who is the only one good for Gorgon? I saw it. This is true. There is no other way. And yeah, also like sits around, and after like one of the underbosses is like, well, that's like thinking in like freaking like that's bullshit. And then he like power claws him in the face. Nobody else protest. And basically what they say, what he says is like start preparing, like continue shipping orcs to Warfleet in the and the rest on the front lines. He says something on the lines that make a just fucking charge. So let them die in the glory when the draw this place in blood. And basically they don't really have like much of a paper and books, but like carved somewhere, let's say in a piece of wood or like furniture or makeshift furniture, and maybe pieces of map. You're basically able to spot few things, and you can give me minus 20 logic test.
Okay.
Everyone or just him?
Just him, because only he can see it.
Okay, here we go. -20. Come on, big bucks. Fuck the bed.
Yeah, sadly,
Can you tell us what you just heard? Or something? What happened?
Oh no. I will when he comes back. But yeah, sorry, Matt. You were saying.
well, you don't have fate points left to reroll, so
That logic roll, that was to basically determine where they were going, right?
it would more or less give an answer.
How accurate would that be? Because I'm considering burning, because seems more important.
Well, if you burn it, that it will mean a lot. I will not be dick to say that. Yeah, it's not important. When you
It's not important, did you say, or it is?
No, fucking hell. What I say, if you burn your fate point, I will make it important, because otherwise it will be a dick move.
Sure.
Well, I mean, you could just tell us what you saw and we can do logic rolls.
Yeah, but we already did that. We were like humming and oohing and ahhing over where the possibility of, or rather where they were going and whatnot. Yeah, sure, I'll hold on to burning it for the moment. But I have oh god, that memory thing that I can't remember the name of.
Total recall.
Total recall. So
also, yes, that.
Yeah, I have that, so it's okay. The spell ends and he wakes up. Looks towards Zhao directly and says, "You are correct with your assumption that this particular boss was having visions." Or boss, you'd say.
Now, are those visions from his god or something else?
He claims they were visions of Mork and Gork. That they were going to create the largest war ever seen. They were planning to leave. That much is a guarantee. Also, you may wish to contact the forces on the front line. They're going to be engaging an all-out assault. It simply used as a distraction so that the remainder can can venture off-world and join their war fleet.
I see. Antalius, make the Admiral aware of this immediately.
Of course, sir. And like Admiral behind the Mac is on the line. What's the word, Inquisitor? Or rather, no, wait, differently. I establish this connection. What should I confer to Admiral, sir?
Mayak?
Oh, sorry, I thought you were going to say it to him. Mayak simply says, "You may wish to bolster the front lines. The Orcs will be engaging in an all-out assault by nightfall. It's a mere distraction so that the rest of them can venture off-world to their war fleet in orbit."
I understand. This is like ignoring the entire procedure. This is what the Admiral says, and it is really. I understand. Sadly, both me and General are in agreement that this might be a distraction, but we gave them some losses, but they still have enough numbers. But distraction or not, they will tie up our majority of our frontline. But we should be able to hold out and lessen our losses, minimize our losses. That's the word I was looking for. Of course, I thank you for word of the warning.
No problem. We want you to win this battle, after all. This war, should I say. Now, what else did you see, Mayak?
Aside from a considerable amount of gore,
Gore?
yes, there were a few of his underlings that opposed him, and met a timely death.
Ah. Well, at least he has that typical behavior of an orc war boss.
Aside from that, that is all I know.
You've done well. At least now we know a bit more about the stakes. But tell me more about this location.
Matt described the interior, and I can't remember the top of my head, but Mayek would, with help of Total Recall, give quite an accurate description of the layout of the
you give accurate
compound.
description what you saw, and due to that, the others may attempt to make a logic test. Although, because you are still operating on a knowledge from somebody who has Total Recall, but still, he saw it on you in your eyes. You are trying to figure it out by listening to him. It still will be minus 20.
Minus. What's the minus?
Yeah, minus 20 from me.
Minus 20. Okay.
Okay.
Can not fail. Does not fail.
Damn.
I really need to start. Probably the only way Joe might fail is like the special Joe modifier, minus 60, because he's a smug.
That still means I'm rolling under a 90.
Let the hate flow through you.
That's a smug reach, son of a bitch. Anyways, basically, seems like it. From a logic that he's planning to... He's not thinking about periphery, other planets, nor Calixis. He's going straight for Great Despot of the Grook. Which still is in
Really?
Segment of Obscura.
Going for the what now?
It's one of the main warlords.
It's one of the main, yeah, it's the Great Despot of the Greek and the Archdictator of Gothrog. Those are the two main orc wargs that operate in the Segmentum Obscurus. They're the ones that worry Cadia and the Ire Terror and all of that. So he's, okay. He's trying to go up. He's putting his big boy pants on.
It's safe to say that we cannot allow him to achieve his goal. From my observation,
with the logic and that, whatever, if it's your explanation, but I can say out of character that yeah, he might not be the only boss who got visions. He might not go there to kill the despot, but who knows?
Either way, we can't allow the Great Despot or the Archdictator or any of the wargs to gain any strength, especially not in so vital an area as Cadia.
And we most certainly can't allow an entire subsector worth of orcs to go join them. So, that being said, I think it's about time we begin our assault.
I believe it is safe to assume that should we end his pitiful existence, the rest will not follow. They seemed utterly terrified, uncertain.
So he doesn't have the support of his men in this campaign of his.
Those that openly spoke out against him were, as mentioned, dealt with.
He is an orc, so he will have support so far as his fists can maintain them.
Precisely.
once that is removed, well, we can deal with the successors if and when that happens. Hopefully, this will lead to the dissolution of the rock.
Hopefully.
Although they'd probably be another one in another century or so.
Oh, well.
There's always
We'll take
more.
care of that one, too.
I see what you mean now, Matt, with what you said earlier. The foreshadowing of something to happen. You're an evil person.
For now, all we
That's what
can
you
do
get
is
for pushing,
kill this
John.
one.
You could have let it go, but no.
Well, I mean, at least I classify Matt as a person. You're just a thing.
Savage.
You went
Love-
in.
Oh my god.
Love you, Damco.
You're such a guy.
Love you, Damco.
Oh, you're gonna hate tomorrow.
Sometimes I wonder how the fuck you don't kill John all the time.
What?
I'm gonna PM you something.
Why am I?
Just kidding. I
No,
know
you're
you.
not. I put you through shit tonight. You're angry. You don't
I
like
know
me
you
anymore.
love each other.
Well,
Yep. They definitely do.
Although this is more
I
like
should be-
love-hate relationship, or like the what was the name of the guy in Deadpool? This is like this quote that this entire relationship is like Freddy Krueger face fucking topographical map of Utah. Anyways, I guess you can begin your assault.
But before that, restroom.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I think I might play for an hour, but yeah, small break.
Feel free to